everybody, this is Bob from Buckeye Sports Center. I'm excited today to take a look at the new 2021 Bayliner Element E18. This has really become one of the more popular models in the Bayliner line. It really is a roomy boat. It's got a lot of space in it. It's really a perfect boat for potentially a first-time boat owner or somebody buying their first new boat, or somebody who maybe have had many boats, but maybe they're downsizing or using the boat in the legs. But it's got a lot of space in it, a lot of performance, and really a unique boat in the industry. There's not really anything else like it, so let's take a look. So this is a unique boat in that it has Bayliner's M hull. The M hull basically is almost like you've got an M shape in the hull design. You've got a nice deep V in the front. It's almost a deck style bow, so it's a wider bow area. But basically what it does is it makes the boat very, very stable side to side. So unlike a traditional bow rider boat that has a normal deep V to it, this one's got that M hull, so you almost have two little hulls that the boat sits on. And when you turn and maneuver in this boat, you don't get that dive into the turns where the boat leans significantly. The boat only slightly leans and stays true side to side, very, very true. So it's a very, very stable boat. A lot of people who maybe have not been in boats before or whatever like this feeling because they don't feel like they're going to roll over or anything like that. It's a very, very stable platform. So as you see on the bottom of this transom, you can kind of see how the boat's shaped. You have a traditional deep V in the middle, and then you come and that's where you create your M configuration. So you can see how the boat's configured, and again, that design is specifically so that the boat is very, very stable side to side. As we get into the transom of the E18, we've got two little nice extended swim platforms, one on each side, so people jumping on and off the boat. You have a nice area, a nice boarding ladder that's angled away from the outboard engine on this side. Obviously non-skid grab handles throughout, making it easier to enter and exit the boat with a non-skid surface. So, and then this particular boat's equipped with the Mercury 115 horsepower engine. This really gives this boat excellent performance. It actually runs really well with a 90, which is another option. But if you want kind of all water sports, tubing, maybe some light skiing, light wakeboarding or something, the 115 horsepower is a great choice to kind of max it out on this E18. So we'll first start off in the transom area of the E18. Again, kind of the key to this boat is, being in an 18-foot boat, obviously you're limited in space, but Bayliner really does a good job truly maximizing the amount of space in this boat. So we've got, two rear seats that you can lay out, face backwards. I'm 6'2", and I can, sit fully if there's somebody tubing behind me or skiing. I've got plenty of space. We also can sit multiple people sideways. This cushion you can use or take out if you want to sit people more sideways in the boat. You can sit 4 people back here, on each side. You've got a nice compartment here that will store your battery. You've got under the seat that I'm sitting in, you've got just basically a full open storage compartment. And then your fuel tank on this boat is a portable setup. So you actually have a 12-gallon portable tank standard on this boat, and then usually a lot of times when we get the 115 horsepower, we opt for the optional 6-gallon auxiliary tank. So it kind of gives you a little extra if you want to have a kind of a backup tank, so to speak. But you can switch those on and off, and just have really 18 gallons on a 115. You're going to be running multiple days on, so it just gives you a little bit extra capacity. But by that's part of the reason you kind of start. Rather than having a built-in fuel tank that's going to be in the floor or something, taking up, storage space or whatever in the floor, you've got the portable, which makes it a little bit more versatile in how you set up and use the boat. So this boat, again, is a very, very simple boat. There's not a lot of bells and whistles to this guy. It's a very simple boat, but you have everything you need. The dash here, low profile, it's not in the way of things. It's not a big burly thing that takes up a lot of space. You've got your stereo control on the side. You've got your fuel gauge and voltmeter built into the dash here. You've got your anchor light, bilge pump, navigation light switches on this side. And again, even me being a bigger guy, again, I've got multiple different positions where I can sit. It's a comfortable seat. It's not too fancy, not too crazy, but I'm like I say, me being a bigger guy, I feel comfortable in this particular seat. I can get in and out of it easy. By having this open side, I can slide in and out of it without having to deal with anything. Obviously, throttle control is located right here. And this particular boat has 4 cockpit speakers, 2 in the cockpit, 2 in the bow for the stereo system. So as we move to the bow area, again, for an 18-foot boat, a super roomy bow, This is almost like a deck style boat, wide bow area, you know, plenty of space for obviously 2 people to lay out and sit fully extended, or, you know, potentially up to 3 to 4 up here as well. But again, you know, the way that this seat's kind of configured, I can kind of lean facing forward, I can kind of lean facing sideways, you know, a comfortable pad to it, nice grab handle conveniently located right here. It's a deeper bow, so you don't feel like you're going to be bouncing in and out of the boat if you've got kids up here. This particular boat's set up with the bow filler cushion set. You know, these obviously come out, you know, remove. This piece removes completely if you want more of a walk-through bow. You've got storage underneath all the seats. And then in this middle compartment up here, you have a storage compartment that you can kind of use as like an anchor locker or something like that, right in the middle there. You know, again, conveniently located. You know, pretty good fit and finish. You know, on the compartments and the handles and stuff like that. Obviously, this boat is not, you know, this is not a $100,000 boat, so you don't have like the everything beautifully crazy upholstered, but that's part of what keeps the price down. You know, makes it pretty, you know, pretty reasonable and economical for everybody. So overall, just again, a ton of usable space in the boat. You know, there's literally multiple spaces and options for people to sit. You know, and really a great space setup. As we move over to the port side area, again, there's 2 seats, kind of, you know, you can kind of face sideways, face forwards, face backwards, depending on what you want to do. You know, several cup holders located throughout the boat conveniently. You know, this particular boat set up with the optional bimini top. This one's got the snap-on cover. This one's got the water sports arch, which makes water sports a lot easier, you know, being elevated there with the either the skiing or the wakeboarding or whatever you want to use that arch for. So this one's pretty loaded up with some optional features, which is pretty cool. You know, so it's really an overall, you know, just great value, good water sports performance. But, you know, this boat's rated for 9 people, and you could legitimately find a seat for everybody. You know, you can sit 3 here in the middle of the cockpit. You can easily sit, you know, 2 to 4 people in the transom area, and then again 2 to 4 people in the bow area. So, you know, really maximizing what you can get out of that 18-foot boat, and it's going to be a stable platform. You know, it's got a lifetime warranty from Bayliner. Mercury Engines has a 3-year warranty standard, so, you know, you're well covered on this boat. You know, the workmanship of the boat is you know, for a value-oriented boat, the fiberglass fit and finish I think is very, very good. You know, people can really feel comfortable in this, but at the same time, you're not over-investing yourself. You're not, this is not a $50,000 boat. This is a boat that's going to sell for probably under $30,000, you know, even loaded and well equipped, depending on how you set it up. So really, you know, aggressive monthly payment options on this guy, you know, where you can get into boating, feel comfortable, you know, get something with a good warranty, you know, but not have a ton invested. A lot of times this is your first boat, your starter boat. You know, maybe as you evolve, you might get something bigger, but at the same time, we also sell this person to a guy that has had 4 or 5 boats, and, you know, maybe he's on an inland lake and he doesn't need anything super fancy, doesn't need anything super big, just wants to be able to take the family out, have enough space for everybody where they're not on top of each other all the time and not have to break the bank. So overall, you know, thanks for checking out this Bayliner 2021 E18 with us at Buckeye Sports Center. Just so you know, there is also an E16 model that's going to typically come with a 60 to 75 horsepower, and there's also an E21 model if you wanted to go bigger. This one's kind of the best seller of the bunch. It's right in the middle, really good overall size. Again, for more information from us at Buckeye, visit our website, buckeyesportscenter.com. Thanks for watching.